Today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up.
Hello everybody, Dan Ward here, Ward on Sports. You know what it is, AFC West season predictions for the 2022 NFL season. First and foremost, nobody can be wrong here. This division is going to be dominant. It's going to be the best division in football. No doubt in anybody's mind about that. So any order that you have these teams ranked is going to be a legitimate argument. So let's get right into it. My predictions for this season, maybe a little bit of a shocker for a lot of you, but we're going to have the Chargers finishing in last in this division, above 500, but a last place finish, followed by the Denver Broncos in third, and of course, the Kansas City Chiefs finishing in second. Las Vegas Raiders, claim your crown. People aren't talking as much about you as the other teams, but you're taking the division this year. It ends up coming down to the last game of the season to decide the division title, and the Raiders are going to sneak it past the Chiefs by beating them in Week 18. The Chiefs have a hard schedule this year. They always do, but I think it's time that it caught up to them a little bit. I think losing Tyreek Hill is going to take some adjustment period. I think that he is such dynamic weapon that the offense isn't going to be able to be as tough without him. Plus another year older of Travis Kelce, and it's just hard to consistently win in the NFL. Eventually this team is going to stumble. I think this year they stumble a little bit. That doesn't mean they aren't going to be Super Bowl contenders. I think that they just trip up just enough to let the Raiders sneak in. I think the Raiders are underrated this year, despite how good they were last season. They were second place in the division, but people aren't talking about them as much. They upgraded at wide receiver, getting Devontae Adams, friends with Derek Carr. You know that is going to be a lethal 1-2 combo at quarterback and wide receiver. Sure, the running back department has some question marks, but I think McDaniels coming in, first-year head coach, finally shows a head coach coming out of the Bill Belichick tree that can have success. People say Bill O'Brien, so maybe the second coach coming out of that tree to have success. The offseason stuff has been quieted. Gruden's not there anymore with his emails or whatever, bringing up his weird comments. It's going to be business in Las Vegas. Their talent is going to shine, and they are able to snag 11 wins and an important Week 18 win to take the title from the Chiefs. Then the Denver Broncos, I have finishing in third, 10 wins, enough for a playoff spot, and I think the difference maker will be how good can Javonte Williams be. If he breaks out and has a true breakout year, they put Melvin Gordon on the bench, they don't give him half the carries like they did last year, and they just let Williams run and he runs well, I could see them getting an 11th win, a 12th win just because of one player, and maybe even stealing the division crown. But with my expectations that Williams will get maybe 75% of the carries, not necessarily have a breakout season, they fall back to third place. Again, tough division and enough for the playoffs. They're very good again. They should have a really strong defense. They have some weapons on the outside. Russell Wilson apparently loves Courtland Sutton, and we know how good Jerry Jeudy has already proven he is in the NFL. So now that they have a quarterback in Russell Wilson, that'll be the key mark. When they've had a quarterback, they're good. Elway, Peyton Manning, Tim Tebow, they have a good team. So now they have Russell Wilson. He'll be able to solidify this offense. He'll be able to make sure that they are consistent at the very least on offense. And he's a proven winner. He knows what it takes to win. So that's going to be huge. Denver Broncos making the playoffs, but finishing this division in third place. And then we talked about teams that underperform. Well, I think it's going to be the Chargers. Chargers just continue to have high expectations and continue to fall short each of the last 3 years. Yes, they've improved in their win total in each of the last 3 years, but they haven't made that big jump that everybody's been expecting. A lot of people think that maybe this is the year. Justin Herbert continuing to grow into his own, continuing to prove that he's one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL even at such a young age. They've got weapons. They've got Eckler. They've got Allen. They've got another strong defense expected. But something about the Chargers, they just underwhelm. They underperform. So somebody's got to not make the playoffs in this division. Technically, all four teams could. It's very possible, but very unlikely, very weird scenario, very tough scenario. Still have the Chargers winning 9 games, but it's not going to be enough to make the playoffs. They just miss out. Toughest part about this division is that they end up beating up on each other, 3-3 records in their own division compared to teams like the Ravens and the Bills, maybe going 6-0 or 5-1 in their division. That gives them those extra 2 or 3 games that puts them at the number 1 and 2 seeds, and all of the teams in this division will have to settle for wild card spots or a low division winner seed. But that then sets up for some miserable away games for some of the division leaders having to play whether it's the Chiefs, Raiders, Chargers, or Broncos, having to play them, even though it's at home, but they're the team that you have to play in the playoffs, that's not going to be fun for any home team. So this division is going to be strong. It's going to be the best in the league. There's no doubt about that. Just a matter of what order is it going to be. For me, Raiders surprise everybody. Chiefs stumbled just enough to lose that division crown. Broncos make the playoffs. Chargers underperform. Let me know what you think about this division rankings. Be sure to check out all my other division previews that I have on my channel. Like, subscribe, do all the things that you're supposed to do to YouTube videos. Thank you all for watching. Peace and chicken grease.
Yeah, so I'ma fake it till I make it. Positive thoughts are overtaken, I got patience. One day at a time is how you operate a cadence. A flow, you grow, you show yourself a foundation.